On this edition of Talking Preps, we're pleased to be joined by Northside Lady Bears head basketball coach Ricky Smith. And Coach, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good.
Now, how's this been? Granted, your season was able to get in, but now would be the time, player development and things like that. How has this affected what your program normally does this time of year?
Well, it has made a huge impact. We have a lot of kids. We had a really, really good seventh grade class, and our my intentions were to start bringing over the incoming. They're going to be eighth graders next year. To start bringing them over a couple times a week from our junior highs and start a strong off-season program with them. Because, as you well know, we have a large senior class returning next year. Jersey, Tracy, a lot of the kids that have been with us for a long time, and trying to get a group behind them ready to be prepared to play. And because the following year, Northside High School is going to freshmen on campus, and so we were really maybe thinking that some of those current eighth graders, have an opportunity to step in and be impact players. And so we want to implement that a little bit. And then also in return, just get back in the gym and go to work with our current team. We didn't really end the way we wanted to. And so, I know our kids are hungry and excited to get back to work and return a lot of good players. And so just excited for that opportunity to get to work with a Jersey Wolfenbarger one more season, a Tracy Bashirs, a Hatiana Relaford. Those are three returning starters that are all three really, really dominant players. And all three will have a chance to play collegiate basketball and at a very high level. And so just excited for that opportunity.
How do players develop over this, or how can they develop over the summer given the limited resources with parks being closed, gyms being closed? Is there a way for them to continue their development in this time?
Man, that's a $1 million question. I have reached out to all the major universities around, and spoken to a lot of their coaches, their assistant coaches, their strength coaches, and tried to get some ideas. You kind of have like the home workout. A lot of your kids now don't have baskets in their backyard. They always go to the park, or the gyms are so accessible. So it's difficult. You're doing a lot of body workouts where you're push-ups, sit-ups, just stuff with your body weight and what you have at your house. The parks have removed the rims from the baskets, and rightfully so. And so our kids don't have a lot of opportunities to go shoot unless they have a hoop in their yard. I know some of my players, Jersey, for example, she's found a way to get in the gym. She always does. She's got some people that she works with, and she's in the gym every day. But those are the ones that I know are going to get the work in, that I'm not so worried about. It's the ones that I have to you have to motivate to work, are the ones that are concerning me. And the same way with our students. We're working with our students online, and the ones that are motivated, and they're going to get their work done. It's the marginal students that concern me. You have to, you can't get a day-to-day contact and see what's going on in their life, and try to figure out a way to to get through to them. Those are the kids that concern me a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think as a result of this, does I was talking with a couple coaches the other day. They think maybe that this downtime is a good thing for the kids because everybody goes year round now all the time, and this is maybe a good thing for the bodies to have some rest and heal up.
Well, we have discussed that also with our coaching staff. Some of my kids are they're basketball nonstop, and back when I played, we had a little bit of an off season. I played at Pottsville High School. I always joked that I had three sports. I had preseason basketball, and postseason basketball. But I did participate in track and play a little baseball. But today's kids, the elite players, they're playing 24/7. They'll go to a weekend tournament and play 7 or 8 games, and so for me, I think it will recharge some batteries. I mean, I'm speaking from experience with my own children. we always laugh and joke when it's possible potential of snow that we're wanting a snow day or they're wanting a snow day, and we joke. Now my kids told me, said, Dad, I don't ever want another snow day. They're ready to go back to school, be with their friends, get back in the routine. But I do think there's some merit that being away from the game and not playing every weekend and not getting that opportunity to compete and be around that competition, I think that will drive some of the players a little bit better. Sometimes there's a reason this AAA mandated a 2 week dead period in the summer and then a 3 day dead period over the Christmas holidays, because you almost have to shut the gyms down to keep some of the kids out of there. And so now we're looking at going on a 2 month dead period from the high school coaches and from the Arkansas Activity Association. And so I know a lot of our kids will be excited to get back in there. I know I am. It's a this just completed my 28th year and of coaching high school basketball, and I'm really really excited to get back and go to work and try to get the kids a little bit better.
I was going to say, how's this been on you? Because this is obviously a routine that nobody is used to. How are you coping with this, not being able to get in the gym, coach kids, and just the interactions and everything that is so crucial in your role as being a coach?
Well, personally, every spring it's like it's just almost like you're coming off of a 2 week, miles and miles run, because your body's so worn down and mentally, physically, and you go into the spring and you slow down a little bit and you try to. It's difficult. My wife always jokes that she tries to stay away from me for a week or two there after the season because I'm a little irritable because you're getting out of your normal routine. And for me, this is new. I tell my children, my own children, this is something that I've never experienced, and hopefully we won't have to experience it again. But home, pretty much quarantine yourself. You always wonder what it'd be like to have some days off and get your mind going on to the gym or to a game that night. And I always kind of wondered, because I've never been a part of that. And ever since I was 6, 7 years old, I've been around basketball. My older brother and sister played, and then I played basketball, college assistant, and then high school. You know, say- I've told since 19, I think 84, I've had either a practice or a game all through Christmas and all through Thanksgiving break. And so to have a couple 6, 8 weeks off, and you can't get to the gym, you can't do a whole lot with your team. It's difficult. I mean, it really is. And so you find yourself. I've got list of a list and plan A, plan B of when we can, and when we hopefully we can go back. And it's you try to stay busy. We're still staying active with our students and meeting with our teams on Zoom and communicating phone and text message, but also with my class, my normal students at Northside High School. So we're trying to stay busy, but it is and it's in a unique time. I mean, I can assure you, I don't know. Had we got beat in the state semifinals, and they didn't get to play the state championship, and so there for a couple of weeks, everyone didn't know if you're going to play or if the state championship's going to come around, or if you're or what. That uncertainty would have driven me crazy because I would have been wanting to meet the team and run and keep them in shape for the slight chance that we might even have a chance to play in the state finals. But they didn't play, and so it's just it's just a unique time. I mean, everyone's in it. We make the most out of it. I can tell you, it's my children and I, and we've done some things that we haven't been able to do, and it's a lot more family time. So it's for every negative, there's always a few positives, but it's different. It's different.
That is for sure. Have you had a chance to check out the Chicago Bulls documentary?
Loved it. Recorded it, played it back. Probably the best 2 hours of quarantine for me. Was Couldn't wait to watch it. I was a freshman at Arkansas Tech when Scottie Pippen was a senior at UCA, and so everyone kept telling me, "Hey, there's this guy at UCA that may get a chance to play pro basketball." And I had to laugh. I thought, yeah, right, somebody from the NIA level. And he actually came to. We had a green and gold game, and I remember I was in line warming up, and our returning starters said, "Hey, there's the dude from UCA," and I said, "What's his name?" And he said, "Scottie Pippen." And I said, "Scotty who?" And he said, "Pippen. You'll get to know him." And so when he walked in, I mean, he looked like he was about 7 foot tall, but he like a pencil. I mean, he was so skinny. And I'm a freshman sitting at the end of the bench, and so I had to giggle when they said he's going pro, and thought, no way. But when the first time we played him, I was in awe. I was ready to get his autograph after the game. So he was definitely a notch above the players that we were.
Definitely. What's one thing that you looking forward to the most? I mean, I kind of see a similarity and between the Lady Bears and the Bulls, and that this is the run of excellence. Are there some certain things you're kind of looking for that maybe the average viewer wouldn't be looking for?
Uh, you know, just seeing how long we can do it. Just every year. Like last year, getting beat just left us, man, just a negative taste, just a sour taste. And we're one basket away from playing for a state championship again. Been there 11 times and won seven, and so it's just that, I don't know, just that feeling that you got to prove it again. You know, I've always felt like we were kind of the underdog. And I know that's not necessarily the case, but that's the mentality that I've always had to have. And as a player, that was kind of me. In high school, I was a good small school basketball player, but when I went to college, it was like, I was way behind. And so I've always just had that chip that you just got to go out every year and prove yourself. And you just want to see if you can do it again. I mean, you just never know how many opportunities that you'll get to play that deep in the state tournament or tomorrow. Like I said, this is my 28th year to coach, and I spent 2 years at Stamps High School in Southern Arkansas, and then the last 26, I've been the head coach at Northside. And of those 26, we've been to the quarterfinals, I think, 5 times, and the other 21 times it's either been in the semifinals or the state championship game. So our worst year has been to the state quarterfinals, and that's only 5 out of 28. So every year you feel like, hey man, we got to do it again. And we've won, I think, 19 conference championships, trying to get 20. And so it's just, we're not like a insurance salesman or somebody like that you sell this big policy one year and you get to live off the forever. For us, we start over every year. August, it was 0-0, and you got to prove yourself day in and day out. And sometimes it's a that's the challenge and the fun part for me. Just going out every night trying to prove that we're still at that level, and we're still trying to stay at that level. And that's the hard part. Getting there was difficult. Staying there is much harder, much, much, much harder.
So it's hard. Well, you've done a tremendous job too building that program. Where now it's a name brand. I mean, everybody knows NLB, Northside Lady Bears now. It's you guys. I mean, you have the target on your back. Everybody comes at you every night, but you love it, right?
Absolutely. You would. I mean, what do you want to be? You want to be bad? I mean, we
True.
we're very lucky to be sponsored by Nike, and we're travel across the country, and Nike keeps up with us. Last year when the flood arrived, Nike, Tony Dorado, the national grassroots manager, reached out and was checking on me and checking on our families and our kids. And got an opportunity to coach the Michael Jordan All-Star game last year in Las Vegas. And luckily we coached it last year, because if it had been this year, they would have postponed it. That'd been about my luck. But just very blessed to be at a school that has a lot of good athletes, a great tradition, and we do have kids that want to be a part of it. And in today's society, parents make that happen. And for us to be able to sustain the level that we've competed at for the last 26, 20, 28 years, it's not. I don't want to think about that right now, because if I
Hmm.
do, I think I'm looking backwards. and I don't want to live in the past. I'm trying. There's a reason you got a great big windshield and a little bitty rear view mirror. You know, you're supposed to look forward, not backwards. But someday, I will appreciate where we've been and what we've done.
I love that big window, little windshield. That's great. Hey, you have
Yeah,
time real quick to play our quick quiz?
absolutely.
All
Unless it
right.
just makes me look a little slow now.
Oh, no, 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 no. All right, here we go. All right, what's more likely to be in your playlist, classic country or classic rock?
Classic country.
Excellent. Your favorite classic country? If you had to choose, who's your
Oh,
top
who's my
country
favorite?
artist?
Oh man, come on now. You put me on the spot. I like Garth Brooks, probably.
That'll work. We'll accept
I
that
don't know.
answer.
That's classic, but that's classic to me.
Well, it's he's been around long enough. He's become classic country.
There you go.
Sadly, more likely to watch tonight, Hulu or Netflix?
Neither,
Neither.
probably.
Okay.
Not really. I'm a straight TV guy, Sports Center.
Okay. Well, you've got to be
But if I had
going
to pick,
nuts.
my kids are all Netflix, so I guess I'd have to go with that.
Okay. All right. We'll skip the next one. We'll go to board games, Monopoly or Uno.
Monopoly.
What what would be the one property you have to have?
Uh, Champion. Win it all. No,
That'll work. Best wrestler of all time, Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair?
woo baby, Ric Flair.
All right. Excellent. Well, you've passed our quiz. That wasn't too bad, was it?
All right, there you go. I didn't know it was that kind of quiz, but
Yeah.
uh,
It's nothing technical. Come on.
come on.
All right. Well, Coach, I sure do appreciate the time. Best of luck. Hopefully, back on the court. I know the governor's talking about opening things up the 1st of May. I mean, it'll be a slow process, but it's something, right? I mean, it gives everybody kind of some hope, right?
Well, right now the AAA Arkansas Activity Association has got a dead period mandated to the end of May. So unless that's lifted, we may open up some areas, but I doubt the high school coaches can get with their athletes. I'm hoping. We obviously we want to take the virus as serious as we can, and we want everyone to squash it and get everybody back healthy. But I do think kids need structure, and I do sympathize with some kids, and talking to some of my senior students. I had a couple of students say, Coach, this is my senior year, no prom, graduation. Those are things that people cherish, and obviously this is a very devastating virus, and it's affecting everyone. And so we obviously are going to respect what we're asked to do. But it has taken away some things that mean a lot to the kids. So I'm hoping we can get back to a structured environment as soon as possible.
No doubt. That would be awesome. Well, again, thank you so much for your time, and we'll catch up with
Yes,
you
sir.
soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.